This is Byron Gordon for the SES YouTube conference channel. We're at SES Chicago 2010. We just finished hearing from Mari of Foiled Cupcakes. And Mari, you're the doyen of online cupcake sales.
Thank you.
And so we wanted to quickly chat with you a little bit. You talked about how to establish a customer relationship. And you are, like you said, an online presence. You don't have a physical storefront where you're selling cupcakes.
Right.
So you talked about the touch point process, if you will, with your customers. Talk a little bit about what some of those touch points are.
Well, something that we really try to do with our business is just have a relationship with our customer from the very beginning. So as traditionally is expected from any sort of online purchase, you get an email confirmation, but we really try to go above and beyond that by following up with a phone call saying, hey, we got the email, technology didn't mess up, we got the email and you're going to get your cupcakes. We call them the day before their cupcakes are to arrive and we say, hey, are there any changes to your order? Is there additional information you want to give us? Are they going to be home? Should we leave it on the front porch? Do we, take it to a certain suite number? We get all that information to make things as seamless as possible. Then we deliver the cupcakes, so that's our fourth touch point, which is actual interaction of the cupcake delivery person to the person receiving the cupcakes. And then we follow up with a handwritten thank you note. And for me personally, the thank you note is really critical. It's something that I think is sort of a lost art in, new technology. And I can't remember the last time I got a thank you note or a piece of mail in my mailbox that was handwritten. And so we like to do that to differentiate ourselves. And then for the sixth point, we call to follow up about a week later and we say, hey, just wanted to make sure that your cupcakes were good. Do you have any feedback for us? Because we're always looking for feedback to improve. And then finally, we put them on our email list. We do, targeted marketing. We try our best to follow up with people on a regular basis and just keep in touch.
Okay, so you're a heavy user of some of the big social media apps of the day, Twitter and Facebook. So let's talk about Twitter. One of the things you talked about was how early on you were identifying, using Twitter, people or prospects. So give us an example. When you were first looking for prospects, I believe you said that you weren't necessarily looking for cupcake eaters per se. Tell us a little bit more what actually you were looking at.
It's really hard to find a cupcake eater because that's pretty broad. So what we were trying to find were just people we could have something in common with. And for me, something that I personally feel is really fun and something that a lot of people have in common, but yet it's something that's conversation piece is shoes. And so that's what the whole presentation was about, was, how we connected with different people on different shoe purchases and different heights of heels and, just started conversations about fun things that had nothing to do with cupcakes. Pretty soon as we started putting our name out there through Twitter or through Facebook and asking questions to the community, getting them to respond. We were branding ourselves essentially. Was what was happening was more people saw our name and more people saw who we were, and that we weren't all about pushing sales of cupcakes or offering our specials of the day on Twitter, but we were actually engaging with the community and having conversations about things that maybe had nothing to do with cupcakes.
All right, so any last tip for someone who might be on the fence, who is a budding entrepreneur of sorts, and they might be doing something rather low-tech. Cupcake obviously is not a microchip.
Right.
But they want to use Twitter and Facebook, but they're a little scared. Any suggestion about using it, and you want to maybe impart to our viewers?
Sure. Well, honestly, I was the same way. My first day on Twitter was my last day on Twitter. I quit for about a month before I got back on, and I said, okay, let me try this again. And I guess my main piece of advice would be to just find those people who are willing to connect you with other people. There are people out there who really enjoy the aspect of social networking online, and they will help you build confidence and grow your brand and start helping you talk about your product. Once you find those people, it's really easy to engage in conversations and to just, have fun replying back and forth. It's just like talking like we're talking, and just being open and friendly and, not saying no to it altogether, because you never know what may come up.
Great advice. Thank you so much, Mari, for chatting with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And there's more to come from SES Chicago. It's day 3. Stay tuned for more.